I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
Good morning, friends. It is Thursday morning and I am headed home. I just dropped James off at work. It's 7:30, so better than 3 a.m. but still just a lot of extra driving in my day. James's car is broken. He ordered a part for it, so when that comes in, he'll get it fixed. But in the meantime, we have one vehicle. His work truck is also down. Him and his boss are going to work on fixing that today. So he's up there with all his tools and stuff, and they're going to start on it pretty quickly. Hopefully it doesn't rain on them the whole time, because it's starting to rain now. But yeah, and hopefully he gets it fixed today, because it hurts us when his work truck's down. So I have to take Bubba and Mika to speech and occupational therapy this morning, and then after that I need to get kids doing their schoolwork, and then I'm going to start sewing on a baby quilt. I need to stop by the store on my way home and get bread, milk, and stuffing, because we're out of milk completely, we're out of bread completely, and I need cornbread stuffing mix for the stuffed pork chops I'm making later. So I've got to do that. Like I said, speech therapy, school, we're still doing our Israel unit study, and I'm doing a baby quilt for the Pot County Giving Project. They are a group of people that raise money, and they also have volunteers and stuff who adopt children at Christmas time and buy them Christmas presents. And so she's going to be having like a sale or an auction thing coming up, and she's looking for people who will donate services or things they make, or just whatever, and they're using that money to go towards buying the things for the kids for Christmas. And so I told her I would make a baby quilt for them to auction off. So I'm working on that. I went through all my fabric yesterday. It is still all over my living room. I mean, all over my living room. Probably half the room is piled with fabric. I don't think James is very happy. But I did the other day when I cleaned out my room, and I cleaned out what I call a closet. We don't have closets in my house, but it's the gap under our stairs. I cleaned that out, and I thought I had gotten rid of most of my fabric, and that turned out to be a lie, because there was about 10 30-gallon trash bags way up under there. So it works out, because I don't have to buy fabric to do this, just use what's on hand. And I started going through it yesterday, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, get an idea of what I have. But then I started putting things together, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna make this like a cowboy blanket, because I've got lots of little cowboys and denim and little badges, like little sheriff's badges, and I've got this green plaid, and I've got this blue fabric with little cows on it. So then I sat all those to the side, and I was like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. But then I started thinking, maybe I should go ahead and cut out a few squares and see how it's gonna look together. So then I started doing that, and then that turned into me just going, okay, well, now I'm just going to lay them all out. And then that turned into, well, now that I have them laid out, I might as well pin them. Needless to say, last night I didn't start picking up my fabric mess till about 11 o'clock. I mean, the fabric mess from cutting it, not the fabric mess from dumping out all the trash bags all over my floor. But I think it's going to turn out really well. I like it. I kept feeling like it was missing something, and I was trying to decide what to add to it, and James said, do the green plaid. And he said it just had too much blue and brown. So I added the green plaid in there, and I think that kind of adds a little pop to it. And so I've got it all pinned together, and today I'm going to sew it, or at least try to sew some of it. We'll see. the other side of it, I have this really pretty soft tan brown colored fleece, and it has little horses with cowboys on it, and it's got cowboy hats and lassos and stuff, and so I'm going to use that on the opposite side of it to make it just a nice cozy blanket. And then yeah, it should turn out pretty good. If I have time before November, I think it's like the 28th, I'm going to try to make one for a girl too, but I'm also going to try to get some Christmas sewing done for my own kids, so I'm not going to like push it too much, but I told her I would make a blanket, so I'm definitely going to do at least one. That being said, once I had everything out all over my living room and I was like looking at fabrics and stuff, I thought, you know what, I'm going to make something for Maddie while this is out. And so I found it's a pink fabric with frogs all over it, and it's a pajama fabric. So I got out one of my patterns for a nightgown, and I got it all cut out. I've already got out the front, the back, and the arms, and I also cut the elastic for around the neckline. So it's ready to go, and I'm going to sew that for her when I'm also working on the quilt. So that'll be a Christmas present for Maddie, and then I just need to get some buttons to go down the front of it, because it has it doesn't button shut, it has decorative buttons. And so I don't know if I want to just do like some simple pink buttons, or if I want to try to find some frogs, since the fabric has frogs. But it's going to be super cute. I think she's going to love it. She, when I was going through the fabric, was wrapping fabrics around her body and trying to figure out which ones she liked. And there were several where she was like, make me a dress out of this, make me a dress out of this. Oh mama, I would love a skirt out of this. And then there was also some she recognized, and she was like, hey, this looks just like a dress I have. And I was like, hey, because that's the other half of the fabric from a dress I made you. Or there's a green skirt the girls have, it's green, yellow, and purple, and it's just like a pattern on it. And she saw that and she goes, Mom, that looks just like my skirt. And I said, yep, because I made that skirt for Mika when she was probably 4 or 5, and now it's went through her, Penny, and now Maddie. And so she was kind of having her a good old time. But I'm going to try to make all of the kids, all 5 of them, aprons for Christmas. And I would like to make the girls all an outfit for their My Life dolls, which are like a American Girl doll, if you don't know what those are. Walmart sells the My Life dolls, and they're like $30, $40, which is much cheaper than the American Girl dolls. And my girls all have them and love them. And I have a pattern for a My Life doll dress, and I also have it's a pattern for the girl and the doll. I don't know if I would have time to make 3 dresses for 3 girls and 3 dolls, but I could try to do that. Just depends. Life gets kind of crazy sometimes, and I don't always have time to do the things I dream and hope of doing. Ideally, if I had the time in the day, I would make all of my kids' clothes, and I wouldn't buy them clothes at the store at all. But I haven't even sewn in years. I have not sewn since Maddie could walk, because that girl is a lot. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I actually get a lot of humor and a lot of laughter out of her. She kills me a little bit every day with laughter. But when it comes time for me to do things like sewing, she's very needy, and it makes it hard for me to get things done. So I've not sewn in years. So I'm super excited about this, because it's going to be the first time I've sewn in years. And I thought, if I volunteer to do this, this will push me to actually get out the fabric and do it. And then that would push me to also get moving on the kids' stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, I was thinking I'd make the boys like maybe a plaid, like the way plaid shirts are, apron, and put maybe some pockets on it for them. CJ's, I may just do a around the waist one, but I may do a full size. I don't know. And then Mika, Penny, and Maddie, I'm just going to pick out a fabric that looks like something they would like and make their aprons. I ought to make myself one. Sorry. I ought to make myself one while I'm at it, because my apron is getting wore out and it's stained and everything else. But again, time. So, anyways, yeah, I'm just excited. I mean, I used to make all my kids' pajamas. I used to make all the girls' church dresses. I used to make the kids their like sweatpants, their hoodies. I used to do a lot of sewing. I used to make all their bedding, diapers. I made all of our cloth diapers. And so, yeah, I'm excited because, like I said, it's been years. So, that's kind of my plan. I may actually get my sewing machine out. Oh, there was a turtle in the road, but that wasn't a safe place to stop to help him. I may get my sewing machine out when I get home if I have time, and just make sure that it's all working properly and it doesn't need oiled. But it's going to be iffy on time because it's morning time and we've got to get going for speech, and I still have to run by the store. So maybe I better not do that. Anyways, good morning. I have no idea what all I'm doing for dinner besides the stuffed pork chops. I may do like some fried red potatoes, but I really don't know. But I have from the meat market a pack of 3, and then a pack of 2, and then another pack of 2 butterfly chops, and I'm going to stuff those with the cornbread stuffing mix, and then I'm going to make some gravy to go with them. And I'm going to brown them and then stuff them and then bake them so they finish cooking, and I think they're going to come out delicious. I've not had stuffed pork chops in years. My mom makes the best stuffed pork chops, but I don't think James would eat them. But I love my mom's stuffed pork chops. My mom does stuffing mix, chorizo, and chopped up Granny Smith apples, and she stuffs that inside the pork chops and bakes them, and they are so good. I really, really like those. But I don't think James would eat them stuffed with the chorizo and apples. But I think he'll go for the stuffing inside of them. So I'm going to do that. And I don't know if I want to do mashed potatoes or if I want to do fried potatoes. But I do have some red potatoes in the fridge, and I have sweet potatoes. So I don't know. I'll figure that out when I get home. I also, project for another day, I'm sure, but I need to label all my jars of jellies and sweet potatoes and stuff that I've been canning, and have them take them to the cellar, except for what I put in my cabinets in the house. And then there's also a few things like carrots and stuff that I need them to bring me in from outside, just so that we have them on hand, especially with this cold snap coming, so I'm not sending kids down there during the cold to grab things, because typically that's what I do. I'll be in the middle of dinner and I'm like, hey, go grab me some carrots because I want to make some carrots to go with this. Or, hey, can you go grab me some pinto beans so I can make refried beans real quick? And so because of that, and we're going to have a freeze coming up, I need to kind of go through and figure out what we need on hand in the next few days before it hits freezing, and kind of restock our cabinets. But anyways, I've been jabbering long enough. I'm going to get off of here and get to the store and get home, get kids ready, and all of the things. So I will talk to you guys later.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my
got some on my hand.
Mm-hmm.
What's you put in this?
Mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise.
onion, pickles, boiled eggs, and tuna, and salt and
Is
pepper.
that pickle, is the sour one?
I don't know.
I don't care.
Maddie, if you get out the bread, I'll make you a sandwich.
Yeah! Wait, but first, to give it an extra good.
What? Oh, I don't know. So for lunch, Miss Maddie helped me make tuna sandwiches for everybody. Just a quick and easy and healthy lunch for us. So I got that made up. And then a friend from church called me, wanted me to meet him to have a discussion about some stuff going on at church. And so me and Bubba went and met with him. And while we were out, we stopped by Anthony's and picked up pumpkins for $2.99. And then after all of that, I got those home, got them unloaded. It was time to go get James. So I headed to get James, got back home, and it was time to make dinner. I seasoned and browned my pork chops, made up some stuffing, stuffed my pork chops, and baked them for 45 minutes until they were 145 as a temperature. And here is our finished stuffed pork chops for tonight's dinner. I just used boxed cornbread stuffing for those. I made up some shells and cheese per Maddie and Bubba's request. This is some gravy made of cream of chicken and sour cream, and I don't think I'll make it again. And then ranch beans and some Normandy blend vegetables. This gravy stuff, I saw a recipe for it with several of the different stuffed pork chop recipes. I was kind of looking at on Pinterest, just kind of trying to get an idea for what I was doing. And I just didn't like it. I thought it was very bland. Anyways, that was dinner tonight. The pork chops and everything else were amazing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment so we can chat, and I'll see you guys next time with another new video. Bye.